Hello students. So today we will be discussing a few awareness or Eschanth question answers of the chapter reproduction in plants. Okay. So today basically we will be discussing very short and few short answer type question. Okay. The part 1. Okay. Today we will be discussing. So question number 1 here you see, name 3 agents that can carry out pollination. Okay, what are the 3 agents that can carry pollination? Pollination, as we all know, it is the method of transfer of pollen grain from the anther of a stamen to the stigma of a pistil. Okay, it can be of same flower or it can be of different flower. If it is of same flower, then it is said to as self pollination, and if it is of different flower, then it is said to as cross pollination. So what are the 3 agents? Number 1 is wind, number 2 is water, and number 3 insects. Okay, both these 3 they can carry out the process of pollination. Okay, now next, number 2, name 3 agents which help in the dispersal of seeds and fruits. Now, dispersal of seeds and fruits, what does it mean? It means scattering of seeds and fruits to avoid what? To avoid the overcrowding of seeds at a particular place. Now, if there is a overcrowding of seed at a particular place, then what can happen? There will be a huge competition between the plants to grow for what? For sunlight, for nutritional supplement from the soil. Okay, and there is a limited quantity present at a particular area. So what will happen? All the plants, it will not grow healthy. As a result, few of the plant, it will die. Okay, so it is a natural phenomenon where scattering of seed take place in order to overcrowd at the growth of plant at a particular place. So what are the agents? Agents are wind. Number 1 is wind, number 2 water, number 3 animal. With the help of wind, like you can say drumstick. Okay, drumstick plant. Okay, drumstick seeds, they can be dispersed as they have got a wing like structure. Then you can say grass. With the help of water, you can say water lily, then coconut, they can be dispersed, and with the help of animals, xanthium, as because they have got hook like structure, they can be dispersed. Okay, number 3, name the vegetative part of a plant. Vegetative part of a plant, what is the meaning of the term vegetative part? Vegetative part means from where a new plant can reproduce, from the part of a plant where a new plant can reproduce. Okay, so this is basically entirely a process of asexual reproduction. So answer is root, stem, and leaf. With from root, you can say sweet potato plant can be grown. From the stem, you can say potato plant can be grown. Not only potato, money plant, then cactus, then rose. Okay, and leaves, you can say bryophyllum. Okay, the buds are present in the leaf margin. From there, a new bryophyllum plant can grow. Okay, next, name 2 plants having unisexual flower. Unisexual flower means what? Answer is papaya and watermelon. This papaya and watermelon, they have got a flower which has only one reproductive organ, that is either male reproductive organ or the female reproductive organ. Okay, that is either stamen is present or pistil is present. Okay, number 5, name 2 plants having bisexual flower. Bisexual flower means what? The flower which has got both the reproductive organ, that is male reproductive organ as well as the female reproductive organ. Okay, that is both stamen and pistil are present in a same flower. Example is what? Example is rose and mustard. Okay, now, next, question number 6. State 2 advantages of vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation, as you all know, that it is a method of asexual reproduction. Okay, where the direct process of reproduction take place from a parent plant. Okay. Okay, so what is vegetative propagation? Like from the vegetative part, the direct reproduction can take place. From the vegetative part, as I've already said, that either from root, stem, or leaf. Okay. So, 2 advantages of vegetative propagation is that the new plants produced by vegetative propagation, it takes much time to grow and bear flowers and fruits as compared to the plant grown by seeds. Okay, the new plants produced by vegetative propagation, it takes lesser time. Okay, then the process of what? Process of reproduction by seeds, because formation of seeds, it can take place in several steps. The first step is pollination, then what happens, then the process of fertilization take place by forming the pollen tube. Okay, then what happens, then the process of fruits and seed formation take place, then germination of seed takes place. So it's a quite means a time taking process. Okay, rather, if in case of vegetative propagation, it grows from the body of a parent plant direct, no male and female gamete is involved. Since no male and female gamete is involved, so there is no question of fertilization, pollination, formation of seeds and germination of seed. Okay, next, number B is the new plants grown by vegetative propagation are exactly like parent plant. The same replica you can get from the parent plant. Okay, next, number 7, how do bryophyllum plants reproduce? Okay, now the bryophyllum plants, they develop bud in its margin. Okay, if you see the diagram, you can understand it well. Okay, it develops a bud in its margin. Now when the leaves fall on the ground, then what happens, each bud it grows to a new plant, and again it bears the leaf, again the bud forms on the margin, again it gets mature. So like this way the life cycle it continues. Okay, next, fertilization. Define fertilization. Now, what is fertilization? Fertilization, it is a process of what? Process of fusion of male gamete with the female gamete. Okay, so the process in which the male gamete which is present in the pollen grain, it fuses. Fuses means joins. Okay, with the female gamete present in the ovule. Okay, to form a new cell zygote is called fertilization. Ovule, where it is present inside the ovary. Okay, and ovary, it is a part of what is, it is a part of pistil. Okay, so after pollination, what happens, the pollen grain it falls onto the stigma, then from the stigma what happen, a pollen tube develops. Okay, then the pollen tube it penetrates through style and it enters the ovary. Now as soon as it is entering the ovary, then what happens, the pollen tube it bursts. Okay, and then the male gamete it is released. Okay, and then it joins with the ovule. Okay, and it forms what, it forms a single cell zygote. Okay, then this zygote slowly it develops into what, it develops into seed. Understood? So this is what about the process of fertilization. Okay, so in our next class we will be discussing more awareness question answers of this chapter. Okay, till then, thank you everyone.